Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation continues from the composition Din Rain, literally day and night. This is the second passage, and it is read as under. Ji ki birtha so sune, har samrath purkh apar, मरण जीवन आराधना सबना का आधार ससुरे पईए तिस कंत की वड्डा जिस परवार ऊंचा अगम अगाध बोध किछि अंत न पारावार सेवा सातिस पावसी संता की होए छार दीनानाथ दयाल देव पतिति उदाहरण हार आद जुगादी रखदा सच नाम करतार कीमत कोय न जानी को नहीं तोलन हार मन तन अंतर वस रहे नानक नहीं सुमार दिन रहन जे प्रभ को सेव दे तिनके सद फलहार जी की बिरथा सो सुने. Birtha means anguish, a sense of distress, anxiety, affliction. Ji, the incarnated self, that is us, embodied consciousness, is afflicted with anguish. Ji ki birtha so sune. So is a reference to the higher self, the creator. And the assurance here is that the affliction and the anguish of the embodied self is heard or known, so sune, by the all-skillful Samrat, all-pervasive Purakh, and infinite Apar, self. Therefore, the advice is worship, adore the Har, Aradhana, through life and death. It is the support and the sustainer of everyone. Sasure paiye tis kant ki vadda jis parvar. Vadda jis parvar is a reference to the Creator and its family, meaning the universe. Vadda, vast, big, huge. And within that, Sasure paiye refers to, Sasure is literally the in-laws, paiye is the parental home. The idea here is Sasure paiye refers to two dimensions, different dimensions, but these are different dimensions of consciousness because this consciousness operates at many different levels. So in both realms, whether you want to call it the in-law realm or whether you want to call it the realm of your parents, meaning your natural conditioned self, Tisakantaki, Sasure Paiye Tisakantaki, they both belong to that eternal self, which, as we said, Vadda Jis Parvar, big family, big universe. And then the Guru describes with adjectives what the self is like. Ucha, Agam, Agad, Bodh Kich Antana Paravar. So here are some qualities, adjectives that have been added. Ucha, high. Agam, fearless. Agad, endless. Bodh Kich Antana Paravar, its full knowledge has no end. In other words, we cannot comprehend it. And so it is within this creator self, this eternal self, which is of the nature of consciousness in many dimensions, that everything belongs. So this is the sense that is being given to us, that we belong to it regardless of where we are. Seva tis pavasi sant ki hoye char. Sant ki hoye char literally means become the dust of the feet of the sant. Sant literally means to be at peace, ease, but it is used to signify variously in Gurbani the person of the Guru, the perfected one, the Sangat, the congregation of fellow seekers. So the emphasis here is to become the dust means to become like them, serve them. Seva jatis pavasi. In other words, this is the only way that you will be able to overcome this affliction. Dina Nath Dayal Dev Patit Udaranahar. Again, a string of adjectives to explain the nature of this creator self. Dina Nath, the protector of the weak. Dayal, benevolent. Dev refers to the luminous or the brilliant one, the shining one, because we believe it is the nature of light, knowledge. Udaranahar, uplifter of the patit. Patit are the fallen ones. We, because we are embodied in a physical structure, are considered to be the fallen ones because we have descended into matter. But there is an assurance here, and that is Ad Jugadi Rakhada. The Creator, the eternal wisdom, Ad Jugadi Rakhada Sachnam Kartar. The eternal wisdom of this Creator has always saved us, and that has been the process since the beginning of time. And that process works today, is wisdom of this Kartar. कीमत कोई न जाने, को नहीं तोलनहार. Again, emphasis over and over again that the self, the creator self, no one knows its value, nor can anyone make an assessment. It resides deep within the mind body, mantan antar, which means it is the core of one's psychic being. And Nanak says, it is beyond count. So you can't estimate it, you can't measure it. And my salutation, Nanak says, are forever tinke sad-balihar, to those who, day and night, din ran, the header of this composition, remain devoted to the eternal wisdom. In other words, who are living through this wisdom. So understanding, grasping, living through this wisdom becomes our primary task. So essentially the Guru is touching upon the deep anguish that every individual has, whether we know it or not. There is a longing that we all have, and we acknowledge it to ourselves. It may or may not be articulated. And the Guru is telling us that the source of this psychic distress is separation from the self. Because in conditioning within this physical world, we are separated from the source, which is intangible. It is non-physical. And it contains all of our information. That is Jane Birtha Ji ki. It is all-seeing, pervasive, skillful. It just has all the information within it. This is another way of saying that the self contains everything. All activity, all diversity is within this creator self. And to adore the self means simply to devote oneself to the task of narrowing and ultimately overcoming this sense of separation, which can only be understood through the guidance of the Guru. So the Guru is the principle of self-knowledge within the Creator. And it is communicated through the Shabad, which is testimony. Sabad literally is testimony. Shabad means any sound, any signal that can be heard with the ears. Here, the Shabad or the testimony of the Guru is being expressed as Gurbani to us, the text of Gurbani. So devote yourself to the text of Gurbani so that you can begin to gradually understand how to apply its teachings within your life and live a fulfilling existence. On that note, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.